Majik Media. David Adams, a.k.a. The Black Stig.
Thank God that the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house.
We're doing this thing live, like we do every Tuesday from 8:30 until question marks.
The time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, 'cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business.
If you guys want to check out some new merch, check out Attractioneering and use code NIGHTMAGIC for 15% off. Yes, 15% off from Attractioneering. They have new stuff that we'll be talking about later on.
Always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me 'cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. 'Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro.
Facts,
Lot
bro.
of haters. Tell me where they at, though. I'm the new pop. All I do
We are
is
doing
let
this
it go.
live
Told me
thing
it's
the way
so
we're
dope,
supposed
couple
to.
stacks, yo. Woo. Everybody wanna do the same thing. Yup. That's why we ain't on the same page. No. Do my own thing and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. I'm going mainstream.
I've got two microphones now.
Damn.
Going
We're at a
mainstream.
press conference.
Mainstream. Yes,
Flow like water, so I'm going
this is our press conference now. No. No, you have to have like phones and like those voice recorders.
mainstream.
My fellow Americans.
No.
Yeah, I don't even know where we're going with this. I have to try to work this in. Oh, people wanted me to send them stuff.
We should get on that.
Maintain, flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
Does anybody know how to work this
I'm going
computer thing? Help.
Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
Oh no. No, stop. What is going on, Brian? And oh no. Oh no. Okay, give me a second here. Did you guys hear that? Oh man. Oh no. I don't even know how to do that. Oh no. How do we do this? You gotta get your headphones. I'm saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Hey, what's going on, Mom? Oh no.
My hair from the last time I used these. Ah. What did I do? Oh. What did
Jesus.
I mean, do you know what? Not that I need it. I don't need it anyway, so I'm gonna do it back. There.
We're gonna
Make
do
me
this
as
one.
deaf as I am.
Activate notifications. This one's for This is so dumb. This is for Brian,
He turned 56
56 years old.
today. We should add. It is his birthday today.
It is. Oh my god. That was a dance right there. Oh my god, it's 5 minutes long. Holy crap.
Okay.
Stop it.
Cut,
Stop.
Cut.
It's 5 minutes long.
You should have found the automaton version.
Oh
That would be way better.
Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, Majik Media Boozedays. Today's Boozedays is brought to you by the Glenrothes, which I just learned is a different place than Glenrothes. Because there's Glenrothes and Glenrothes. And Glenrothes is not the same as Glenrothes. So if you go to Glenrothes, make sure you're not in Glenrothes. Because if you're in Glenrothes, when you mean to be in Glenrothes, you'll be in Glenrothes when you really mean to be in Glenrothes. It's Istanbul, not Constantinople.
I made madeleines for my dad's birthday.
And did he enjoy them?
He ate them all.
All at once.
Yeah. Confirmed in chat.
Confirmed in chat. So I'm drinking scotch, and Maddie says, "Why don't I just call it whiskey?" Because it's not whiskey. Because this is America.
I just don't think you're representing your son enough by getting. He doesn't have I realized today you don't have any Welsh alcohol.
What is a Welsh alcohol?
I don't know, but I feel like now you have to have it.
Well, if you can direct me, I'll go back to sip whiskey, and if we can find a Welsh alcohol, I will gladly grab a Welsh alcohol.
I don't know. Google Welsh alcohol.
So it's gonna have to be. Would it still be labeled as a Scotch because we're uncultured Americans?
No, because they've separated Ireland and Scotland. You were right. They do change after the first hour. Yeah. So right at the bottom of the bag of madeleines, the mix, it says, because I planned to make it right when I was going over to my parents, but I went through the process of nearly being done making them, and right at the bottom it says, best consumed within the first 2 hours of making them.
Oh no. And
I was like, oh well, I guess he's getting them now.
So you ran those to them as fast as possible.
Well, yeah, I was just yeah.
So, for the brand formerly known as Welsh whiskey, see Penderyn. Penderyn is a Welsh whiskey distillery and brand, producing the first commercially available whiskey made in Wales since the 19th century. Produced at the Penderyn Distillery, the Welsh Whiskey Company, Penderyn is a single malt whiskey produced in several expressions, e.g., is that Madeira?
Yeah,
Madeira finish.
Peated, Shirewood, Portwood.
Ah, the distillery also produces the Dragon range, comprising Legend, Madeira finish, Myth, Bourbon finish, and Celt, peated. So yeah, Penderyn whiskey. So I can search Google for that.
There you go.
But I would have to find out where to buy. I guess can I buy it from Total Wine?
You can buy it from Wales.
I'm not going to buy it from...
Buy it from Wales.
I'm not going to buy it from Wales.
Buy it from Wales.
Because...
Buy it from Wales. Buy
oh my goodness.
From Wales.
It's not cheap.
Wait a minute. That says England.
Yeah, country England. The spirits type is Scotch.
So, Total Wine is totally wrong. You choked it totally.
So, the Glenrothes is a Speyside single malt Scotch whiskey. Speyside. Matured only in murdered only in bourbon seasoned oak cask, bottled at natural color. Character: vanilla, coconut, pears, and creme brulee. So if you're into those things in your drink,
sounds like my dad is a person.
It's actually was made for Brian Martin. It says it right there. Master whiskey.
Made of creme brulee.
Yeah, master whiskey maker. What region style of Scotch is my favorite? Oh man. So far I don't really have a favorite for
What do you mean region style? What does that mean?
Region, I'm guessing region would be which region of Scotland?
That doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean?
The question.
Okay. Why doesn't that make sense to you?
Like, I just would like an elaboration on the question of what they mean, because... Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so far, this is really good. Bunnahabhain has been my favorite, so I think that's an Islay Island, or Islay Scotch, I believe. Bunnahabhain is I like Bunnahabhain. How do you say Bunnahabhain? Just like that. Oh, good lord. I gotta like
France.
hold on. Can I show my main screen? Yeah. So this is what we're looking at right here. Oh, I gotta put in all of my information.
Why just not go with 1919?
Because I wasn't born in 1919.
Why are you putting in real information?
Because fine.
It said it before you even went on the page. You didn't have to do any of that.
Jeez.
It was there. It said
Yes.
single.
The Sound of Islay, which is where... So, Bunnahabhain is probably one of my favorite scotches, if not my favorite. I am actually digging the Glenrothes, though, which again is different from Glenrothes. So if you're in Glenrothes, don't go to Glenrothes unless you want to be in Glenrothes. Because if you go to Glenrothes when you mean to be in Glenrothes, you'll be in Glenrothes, but not Glenrothes. Right? Right.
You're saying it wrong.
You're saying it wrong. It says Glenrothes, and that's where I'm going is Glenrothes. Glenrothes. We're saying the same thing.
No, you're not. You're not spacing it to be two words.
But it's Glenrothes.
It's the Glenrothes.
But it's spelt the Glenrothes.
Glenrothes is not Glenrothes.
But Glenrothes is Glenrothes, the Glenrothes distillery. Anyway, I'm really liking this. This is so far so good. This is a very... I'm supposed to leave a review on sipwhiskey.com, but I'm finding the Glenrothes to be exceptionally drinkable. It's almost impeccably smooth. One of those things where you start drinking, you're like, oh, there's almost no burn to that at all. And I tend to like the drier drinks, so that's actually a weird change-up for me that I would even enjoy that. But I do enjoy it a lot. What are you reading there?
I'm just trying to figure out how to phrase that question. I think it's the style thing that's my problem.
Well, then take out style. When you're dealing with the actual Scot, things can really confuse them. There's lead in their crayons because they, don't stare at my legs. I'm wearing shorts and I feel self-conscious. For those who don't know, I don't like wearing shorts, and I was wearing shorts today because it was nice weather for shorts, and I felt like just having like quick go outside and come back inside clothes on, and I don't like my legs. Stop staring at them. No, stop it. It's so weird. So we have show notes. We have show notes for this show.
I know.
And I made show notes because I know that's something we don't normally do, but I decided that we would have show notes because show notes are a thing.
Wow.
And it helps us note our show.
Fuck.
Holy crap. Where did my show notes go? What'd you do with my show notes?
Them.
No, I didn't.
Your apple
I
ate
didn't.
them.
They're there. My apple, didn't I eat them? I eat my
Can
apple.
you imagine if Apple eat you?
If you don't get your Gen Z humor out of here. This is what happens when you're in a relationship with a
I'm actually
semi Gen Zer.
I'm millennials.
You're a cusp.
I'm millennials.
Millennials.
Or zillennials.
Zillennial.
I like zillennial.
I like zillennial.
I like
Zillennial works.
zillennial.
We're gonna go with zillennial.
I'm just queer.
I know, David.
Yeah. Anyway.
So, I did want to open up, and I know this is not going to be everyone's most fun topic, but
You're gonna open up with disease.
With disease.
Get down with the sickness.
Ooh, ah. Ooh, ah.
Scooby-Doo. I want to be like you. That's what it sounded like to me. You fucking sound like Louie from the Jungle. because I'm ginger and you're an ape, so.
Yes.
We have
a jape. Current COVID thoughts. Well, actually, so what I want to speak about specifically on the whole COVID thing is how do we feel about the whole May 1st reopening thing? Like, what are your thoughts on how there are governors and mayors that are like, okay, let's start slowly opening our cities starting May 1st, even though we're kind of on the after upturn of things. It's still rising, but the delta is decreasing between current cases and new cases. And I'm wondering, like, how much of that is due to just limited testing numbers, versus like actual not that many new cases. And with things opening May 1st, do we expect to see that ramp up again? Because it's like the analogy that I saw on Facebook, where it's like, hey, this parachute has slowed me down enough, let me go ahead and take it off, in your mid jump. That's how I feel that we're kind of going towards, but I can understand people's apprehension towards keeping stuff closed.
Wasn't that on Brad Pitt's opening of
SNL? I don't watch SNL.
You listen,
unless
you listen to it while I'm sat there watching it.
Unless you send me clips or I'm sitting there watching it with you, I don't watch SNL.
Yeah, I know, but he was that doctor everyone's obsessed with right now.
Fauci?
Yeah, Brad Pitt was Fauci. It's very varied for every state. You fucking pull that closer to me.
You have to use the microphone.
I'm using it.
Oh my goodness.
From here.
From there.
I'm using
You're
it
taking
from
a
here.
nap right there?
It's very, very... Actually, what I heard, there's some rumors that some what am I called? Districts might not open schools for a full year.
Like a full calendar year?
Like till 2021.
Wow.
They would do e-learning.
Yeah, and
there's actually, if we taxed the billionaires and, distributed the wealth, would there actually be that much of an economic need right now?
I don't know, because, there's one hand that's like, hey, if you've got 40 billion, give us 10 billion, but when you're talking, in the grand scheme of our economic expenditures and gross domestic product, billions cover a state, not the entire country.
But there's billionaires in each state, so...
but how many? Like, okay, how many billionaires does West Virginia have?
Mama. I don't know.
New York has a whole lot of billionaires.
Probably like 3.
Texas probably has, probably has quite a few billionaires because of all the oil. But how many billionaires does Montana have? Or
2.
North or South Dakota?
1.
Or Idaho? Or Iowa?
Idaho?
Sometimes.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, it depends on how much of this Glen Rothers I get in my system tonight.
The thing is that I don't know.
No, I'm not trying to poke holes in an argument. I'm simply trying to...
No, I'm just saying that I know it's not smart for anyone to be trying to open up on May 1st. That's not our situation.
Right. No, it's not our situation.
That's not Indiana at all. My school is continuing to wait until all of that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense. More people are gonna get sick.
That's how I see, and that's my big fear, is that people are too primitive.
More dogs have gotten it.
More dogs have gotten it.
Yeah.
Well, that's no fun.
So, and people aren't social distancing.
No, and that's especially notable here in Fishers. We've noticed that a lot of people in Fishers are just not giving in. Ted Turner isn't. Okay, well then there's quite a few. Well, Ted Turner. What is Ted Turner's net worth?
Are there many cases in Indiana? Yeah, there are many cases in Indiana. But averagely, compared to the other ones that are thinking about opening up May 1st. But here's the other thing. May 1st, they're running out of time, but we could get to May 1st and a lot of these governors decide we're extending it till such and such. Like,
right. No, absolutely.
May 1st was the deadline for a lot of places.
Well, because the expiration for the shelter in place was the 30th of April, right?
Right. So they had to wait until the end to announce something that like that. I won't be surprised if April 30th rolls around.
And you hear about the extensions.
Yeah.
Well, I know who's the governor of Georgia.
I don't know.
That is not how you spell Georgia.
Double it. There are a lot of cases aren't documented. That's true.
Yes. Brian Kemp is Georgia's governor. What was said is he's not planning on extending the shelter in place.
He doesn't look very well kempt.
Whew.
Mic drop.
No, please don't. It'll take forever to get new ones in because of everyone buying them up.
Mic drop.
People that don't need studio quality microphones will be buying studio quality microphones.
Yeah.
So, with that, I do believe that what you're saying is the case, but to the point there with double it, it's actually from statisticians around the world, it's actually believed to be an order of magnitude. So for every one that's being confirmed, there are said to be 10 that are unconfirmed. So take whatever numbers you have and go tenfold. That's what we're dealing with. That's crazy. So what current COVID cases in Indiana, 15,961. Take that number and tack a 0 onto it, and that's what they believe the actual numbers are more like throughout the world. And John Hopkins doesn't quite take that into account. John Hopkins doesn't quite take that into account. So right now they can only go by confirmed cases. And right now their confirmed cases for the world are at 3,114,000 around the world. Total test results in the U.S. 5.7 million. So what they're believing is that as opposed to 3 million worldwide, it's more like 30 million.
Antarctica's fine.
Yeah, I mean, Greenland isn't.
What's up there?
This is Greenland.
No.
What's where?
To the right.
This?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ah! We're going to
Svalbard. So, yeah. This is what we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen.
But surgery's already open. Some dentists are already open. Restaurants with distance tables make no sense.
Well, I think what Brad really wants is Brad wants to go back to the range.
But surgeries are open. Right now. If you need a surgery, you're getting a surgery.
The elective surgeries are not open, though.
No.
So if you wanted something cosmetic, you couldn't get that right now.
Unless you were about to commit suicide, and then you can.
Right. Ranges would be good to go back to. I would absolutely wear gloves and a mask and go to the range.
But would you wear jeans and a jean jacket and a jean hat and a mask that covered half your face? And go for a run? No,
I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I promise I wouldn't do that. Nor would I do like the lady, and I don't know if I told you guys about this one on the last show, but recently, and I was telling Maddie about this one in her family, there was a lady coming out of Kroger when I went to go do a booze run, and she was wearing rubber gloves and a face mask, and this lady coming out of Kroger wearing rubber gloves and a face mask, she reached into her back pocket, pulled out her phone, did some dialing. Oops, let me get rid of this screen here so you guys can see the look on my face. Here. She, mask, rubber gloves.
Now your mom just said that.
Yeah. And she reached to her back pocket and pulled out her phone and did some dialing on her phone and did that. Gloves are not antiseptic.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, oh, let me just and And what about all the videos and memes? Those aren't jokes. People are literally wearing rubber gloves, pulling their masks off like this, and then digging in their face, grabbing popcorn with gloves on, reading books and being like, let me just flip through these pages of my EBT book. You don't know what EBT is, do you? Does Scotland have EBT? Welfare, food stamps.
Kind of.
For persons who are
kind
unable to provide for themselves.
Yes.
I'd imagine they do, but I don't know.
Yes.
What is the equivalent?
We call it EBT.
You just call it your economy.
No, there are vouchers or something, like vouchers that they can get, and there's a card too.
Yeah. Well, I'm one of the people that doesn't wear gloves and a mask when I go out, but I do.
I don't wear gloves and a mask.
I do. We both hand sanitize as soon as we get back to the car.
I'm an expert at avoiding people.
But that's because you're like an ultra introvert.
Yeah.
Would it be like mecha introvert? Would you be the penultimate introvert?
I doubt it, because I can kind of talk to people.
If they're talking about something, you're not a conversationalist.
I can't say hi. I mean, I can barely say hi to someone across the street properly.
I noticed you can't wave to our neighbors.
No, it's very difficult.
It's like you'll be in the backyard and they'll be like, hey!
No.
Our neighbors love you.
No.
And they just want to talk.
No.
They want to have conversations.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I'm in my yard, in my backyard, not my front yard. Front yard is game. If I'm in my backyard, don't fucking look at me. Let alone wave or try to have a conversation.
But that's how things are done.
My backyard is an extension of my house. It has a fence. It says fuck you on the fence.
Does the fence actually say fuck you?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
We
probably should take that down. I'm pretty sure the HOA would have issues with that.
It's fine. It's made out of the peeling paint from our fence line. I have a real problem with people waving at me. Like, because sometimes I'm just looking in a direction and then I look, like, what really sucks is I have such coincidental timing that someone will wave at me because I've looked in a direction for so long enough, but at that moment in time, I will turn away.
Nice.
I'm really...
Yikes.
Yeah.
You're rude. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah, I suck.
It's not timing, it's just you being rude.
I suck. I really suck. Yeah. I don't know. It's really hard.
This is why people wonder how you and I are in a relationship, because I am the complete antithesis of that.
I know. You're the reason people try and wave at me in the backyard, David, because you wave back. You engage.
I do.
I also will not unnecessarily wave at passing cars.
I do. I wave at all the passing cars.
You're a dog. That makes no sense.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we all know.
Yeah. Masks aren't. We understand that masks are keeping the inside, and not the outside.
Yeah, masks.
Especially when you have one of these. If you have facial hair.
Japanese culture uses it for is so that if you have a cold, which must be miserable, by the way, like you're already feeling congested and gross and stuffy, and then you have to like breathe into the hot area of your own like disease, like you know what I mean, like that must be really miserable, especially if they have like really small nasal passages anyway, like that must really suck.
Well, I mean, if especially if you have like halitosis going on.
And it's hotter. No, I just mean like...
It's not hotter throughout Japan, and thanks, Mark, I appreciate that. If you're... Yeah, you need like a gas mask, like a full-on face.
No, what are they called? Welder's masks.
You need an NBC suit.
A welder's mask.
No, I'm just going to do like the memes where the people put their hoodie on and have a pot lid.
Over
their face.
Or a watermelon.
Yes.
I'm perfectly fine when I eat out if people are 6 tables away from me. You know what? And if we want to go down this rabbit hole of other things I hate.
What do you hate? Let's dive, forget the show notes. Let's dive into the things you hate. Because she could talk exhaustively on the things she hates.
That's true. In restaurants, those tables, the booth side tables that are just a wall, and that so basically like it's so fucking close to all the other
communal
tables.
seating.
I hate.
So you would
that.
You don't like Amish restaurants and things like that.
No, I hate that. I hate communal dressing rooms. I hate community.
What about the show, The Community?
I love The Community.
But you hate The Community.
I hate Community. I hate it. I don't know. Just no. Like the mask could keep the airborne particles from being inhaled. Yeah, you have to be close.
It's that the problem is
but
it'll keep spittle in, and that's really what the problem is. The problem is the spittle that we all, because our mouths are wet. So when you're talking, even if you can't perceive it, spittle is coming out.
But this was another thing on SNL, which was real thing that came out is the New York where
a V for Vendetta
Pete Davidson lives had to send out a letter to people that they need to stop kissing and stuff, but penetrative sex is fine, but anal is not. And they actually had to put in the letter that anal is not, and then Pete was like, I can't believe I have to censor this for this show, but what did he say? Butt smoochies or something?
Smoochies.
It was so funny.
So this is actually, I've invested in this, and this is how I'm starting to keep people away from me. This is Palm OC spray.
It's Gen Z pepper spray.
Yeah, it's Gen Z pepper spray.
Because it's the next generation.
Yeah, so Palm OC is very high concentrated. The only way you can get higher concentrate than this is if you are actually law enforcement or military.
Or if you take a pepper.
And you just like stick it in someone's eye with a pencil.
You just like that's a pepper.
No, you have to boil it first to reduce it down.
Why?
Because that's what this is. That when you
can't you just
Alyssar and capsicum, because there's still the moisture from the water, whatever the water.
That'll still hurt.
It would suck, but this is more powerful than that.
But I'm just saying, throwing peppers at people would be real.
So you spray this in someone's face, and they stop talking to you. I've noticed. Somebody gets close.
I'm never gonna be able to figure out.
You just ominous dominus.
The cap of that.
Okay.
I'm more likely to throw an actual pepper at someone and hit them.
So OC spray.
Out how to do that.
So let's have a quick lesson, ladies and gentlemen. This is OC spray. OC spray comes in a nice little container like this. It's marked. It's kind of keyed so that you can only face it forward when you're going to use it. You have a lip right here that you place your finger on, and then you have a clip.
Where's your box?
He's right there. Oh, it's over there.
Box.
And the way you work on it is you go up the way. So you have a safety right there. You press up, and then you press down. And you give somebody the ominous dominus with your tactical hot sauce. You can baptize them.
See, I'd be better off throwing actual hot sauce at someone.
The major capsicum percentage in this, I believe, is...
Wouldn't it say on the box?
Is it on the box? I don't know. I know it's on the website. And that's why I bought it, because it's...
I'll look at the box.
All right, you go for it. The reason why I bought it is because it's one of the highest, if not the highest, you can get as a civilian. It's pretty damn high. So I'm going to go to Amazon.
10%?
That's the OC. So that's another thing that people have to watch out for. A lot of people will look at whatever the OC. So the OC percentage is 10%. Don't worry about that. It could be 12% OC, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's potent.
It's in a non-flammable vehicle.
Yeah, just like Mark pointed out, what you want is the major capsicum percentage, and the major capsicanoids is 1.44%, which is crazy high. That means, so basically what that means is as soon as it hits your face, you're on fire.
Shouldn't that be on here? I feel like it should be on here.
It's like a warning label, like do not spray this into your own eyes.
Because it might be on that. It might be on like the.
I don't think it's on this.
It's not.
No, there's no writing, other than palm. It says palm, and that's about it.
So you can use it as replacement for hot sauce.
I wouldn't.
That'd be really dry and nasty.
Also, because this little thing is $13, so I would not.
So can a good hot sauce be though?
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, so I added that. Everyone watching this knows I'm a gun guy, so I have my carry weapon on me pretty much all the time. I carry a gun, I carry a knife, I carry like I have a first aid trauma kit. I've got all kinds of stuff for whatever emergencies. I added OC because I wanted a more non-lethal, and because I like the way OC is deployed. OC is deployed without warning. People tend with a knife or a firearm, they tend to be like, hey, I've got a gun, let's not take it to a point where I need to use a weapon, because at the end of the day, none of us want to take anyone's life unless you're a freaking psychopath. However, I like OC because OC is deployed without warning. Someone's stepping up to you, somebody wants to get into your face, someone comes up to you with a bunch of starch, you take the starch out of their fight with just a little bit of ominous dominus, that tactical hot sauce hits them, their fight is gone. I find, actually, now this is coming from someone who, U.S. Marine, serving as a military police officer, not only have I been OC'd, I've been tased, I've been fogged with bear spray, and nothing takes the fight out of you quite like OC. There are people that can take OC to the face and keep going, but they are few and far between. Tasers have a very limited range, and they have their weaknesses, and I feel that the flaws and weaknesses of a taser are more than OC, because you hit somebody anywhere in this area with OC, and the fight's gone. You can hit a taser, if those prongs don't hit just right with a taser, they've still got fight. You can just sit there and lay on the trigger and they're not going down. So you have people that either they're wearing heavy clothing, let's say it's winter and they have a heavy jacket on. You hit them with a taser, that taser's not going through a heavy jacket, or they have on multiple layers of clothes in the summer. That taser's not going through that. OC, if the face is bare, you can get them. If the eyes are bare, if they can breathe air, OC is going to get them. And even if you don't immediately incapacitate them because of the OC blast to the face, if the OC hits, like let's say they're wearing a balaclava and you hit the balaclava, that OC is going through the balaclava, and that capsicum is going into their nasal passages and going into their airways. It's going into their mucous membrane, and it's going to incapacitate them eventually. So hit them, back up, and hit them again. I would say keep hitting them until they stop fighting you, like a roach with Raid. Keep hitting them. Yeah, taser is one shot. OC, I think you get 20 blasts out of this. So, like I said, ominous dominus, cross the I's, dot the T. That's not how that goes, by the way.
What?
Cross the I's, dot the T is what I said. Cross the T, dot the I's.
No, but people say that all the time.
But you cross, so yeah, no, it's cross the T, dot the I's. So you're supposed to go across and then down. That would have been scary if that would have went off. You guys would have got it. You want to spray me?
Presidential Exploratory Committee.
What
that
the,
sounds like
what
gender.
The heck what are you talking about?
Justin Amash has announced he's running for president, hopefully as a libertarian.
That's what I would be voting for, is the libertarian candidacy.
I know you would, even though they're absolute loony bins.
That's fine. I'm not voting for Biden, which is who you want me to vote for, and I'm not doing it.
No, I just want
he's a fucking psychopath.
No, I just want you to vote. I did not say vote for Biden. I said vote for Bernie, and Bernie's no longer there. I would have made you vote for Bernie.
How would you have made me vote for Bernie?
You like your life.
No, don't touch me with your hands.
But my absentee ballot for the primaries in Indiana came today, and I will be filling that out, and you should do it too.
Yes.
Because it's important. It's more than just a presidential candidate. We've got other people running in our state.
No, I get it. I absolutely.
I don't care. All I care about is if you're going to sit there
What I like-
and speak shit about politics, you better be an active participant in it.
Unless you subscribe to George Carlin's rule, who says if you vote, you have no reason to talk. You have no right to talk. If you voted, you can't, because he believed
no sense.
yeah, he believed the opposite. Like, whereas people said if you didn't vote, you have no right to complain. He believed if you voted, you have no right to complain.
No right to complain about what? It going wrong?
The current affair of things.
That makes no sense. If you're actively participating in something...
Way to speak upon the dead, Puka Bunny.
Knobbend. If you're going to be an active participant in something, you have a voice in it. If you're just going to... If you're not going to be a member... Like, if you're not going to be a member of the club, you don't get to talk about the club. You don't get to make...
I talk shit about whomever.
I know, and I'm just going to not talk to you if you don't vote.
I'm gonna vote.
Okay.
I voted the last two
No, I mean...
I voted the last election, skipped that previous election, and voted the previous election.
I mean, in Indiana's primaries.
Okay, but you know what I liked about being able to go to the polls is that you could say
nothing.
Well, yes, that, but you can say I voted Libertarian, but I was able to vote for specific candidates based on their policies that were presented to me.
Yeah, so can I on what I'm doing.
On the absentee ballot?
Correct.
Okay, then
you can look at it.
We won't. We're not gonna do that on the air.
I know, but you can look at it.
I will.
Look at it.
Don't touch my knees.
Vote.
Register to vote. 2020.
I watched a documentary today about, and it was the daughter of the people that did the documentary about Circus of Books. Have you ever heard of it?
Mm-mm.
So it is a gay porno shop in Los Angeles.
Cool.
And what was interesting is that it was run by two Jewish straight couple who only got into it because their previous business wasn't working out. So a gay magazine needed distributors, and they signed up for it, and they became like really important to LA. Like really, really important. They only recently just shut down after 60 years.
Oh wow.
Of being like.
Well, I know that California had San Francisco, and San Francisco lost the title of gay capital of the U.S. To Atlanta back in 2012.
Well, they're in West Hollywood, and it was private. Like, they didn't... The official answer their kids could give was, my parents run a bookstore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, like, she was a hugely religious Jew. Like, and then her own son ended up being gay, and she couldn't deal with that. Like, she could deal with all of the other, like, she had a whole bunch of gay employees and was part of all of that, but she couldn't deal with when her son came out. And then she realized that she had to re-examine her faith, because previously it had just been in the business, but now it was, like, in her life. And she then became, like, a founding member of the Parents and Families for Gay and Lesbian.
That sounds like a whole lot of...
It's like P something.
Peace.
P...
They
made an
It's P something.
They made it an acronym. Anyway.
It's P something.
It was just really good, and you made me think of that when we were talking about this.
Interesting.
That was it. It was a good documentary. That was it.
So I kind of want to jump forward a little bit with
jump forward. Jump.
I'm gonna jump forward.
Jump.
Oh my goodness! Stop hitting the microphone.
Jump.
You're gonna get corona.
Jump.
You're gonna get corona.
From your microphone? Where have you been?
I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
Go on.
Stocks. The market.
Wait a minute.
Fill my cup. Put some liquor in it. Anyway.
That's not really jumping forward. It's the next thing.
It is. But it is jumping forward because...
Jump forward.
Well, we went everywhere. I was talking about
I
was talking about pepper spray. We talked about freaking presidential elections and
you've
generals.
already talked about whiskey, so you can score that out.
I could. Okay, fine.
Do the work, man.
Anyway, so stocks.
You've already talked about attractioneering too, so you can.
No, we're not. We haven't covered attractioneering. I mentioned the discount.
Yeah.
So, stocks.
We've already talked
and
about current COVID. Like, I'm a completionist! Stop! Stop!
Listen, Miss Animal Crossing.
Stop! Thank you.
There you go. So, stocks, oil.
Wait a minute.
The market. How do you feel about the market, the stock market, or
well, you know
future
that cryptocurrency is going to be the one coin that takes over as a global currency.
Which? Because there's Bitcoin.
The one I told you about.
Then there's all the altcoins.
What did I tell you about?
You told me about Ripple.
Yeah, so Ripple's going to
XRP.
be... XRP is going to be the coin of the future.
Let's see
It's
where
going
XRP
to get all of our countries out of debt. All of them.
So...
Invest now and you'll be a billionaire tomorrow.
XRP is currently at 19 cents.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna quickly go into my history of cryptocurrency.
No, because no one cares. I made a joke. I made a reference.
I care. So, I did cryptocurrency back in. Man, this is years ago now. Probably 2016.
Years ago.
That's 4 years ago, by the way.
Oh God.
And
all around New York.
I know 2016 was 4 years ago. It's rough. So I got in on the cryptocurrency bubble before it got big. So I literally called it on the inflation. I got in on Ripple XRP when it was 25 cents a share. I bought $300 worth at 25 cents. It then went all the way up to $3.50, and I cashed out because I saw where the government was now talking about taxing upon it, whether or not they were actually, at the time, they were being rather extreme. Like, it was beyond the stock market, where with the stocks, if you haven't cashed out, they can't tax you on it. Like, if it's just sitting in the stock market, they can't tax you on it. With the with crypto, they were like, oh, if you have it, we're going to tax you on it. And it's like, you can't tax me on something I don't have. It's just ethereal right now. So they were talking about doing that, and that's when I decided to get out. So it went all up to $3.50. I caught it on the down slope after the bubble popped at like $3.48. So I had a ton of money from that. And I just want to kind of mention that because it was actually a really good amount of it was a really good time. If that trend continued, I could understand where the gentleman who you're referring to was coming from.
I didn't say anything.
Ripple is literally just Ripple actually has a legitimate use right now. It's used to kind of counteract the ledgers between bank transfers. So when banks are transferring money between institutions and financial institutions and stuff like that, they utilize Ripple to balance out those fractions of a penny so that all the numbers come back whole. So you have $13.72 and not $13.71.984433213334 So they use that. That's what Ripple is for, is to balance it all the way out to those, so that the fractions of a penny come back to a whole penny. I'd have no pennies. And so I could see the legitimacy behind Ripple. I just don't see cryptocurrency taking off
but
within
all of the major world leaders have gotten together to talk to Ripple. Exclusively Ripple. The Bank of England is run by Ripple.
The Bank of England does use Ripple for but it uses it for what I just mentioned.
I don't care.
I know.
I'm completely zoned out. I really don't care.
It uses it to
I
balance
really don't
out.
care.
Oh my goodness! It uses it to balance out those fractions of a penny, so everything coalesces nice and pretty within whole pennies.
You know, we need to go back to the currency where we had half a penny. Half pennies.
What was a half penny? A shilling?
No, a half penny was a half penny. A shilling was different.
What was a shilling?
I don't know. Shitling.
A shilling
is no money.
No money. A shilling, a historical coin, blah, 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 British, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. It was.
Oh, well, Kenya still uses them.
It was 1/20th of a pound.
So 20p.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, or 12 pence.
Or 12 pence.
Because a pound was not a pound. In the same way.
So anyway, that's what that's the only reason why I can see that kind of taking off with Ripple. But
no, something about oil.
The reason why I mentioned oil in the show notes is because I feel that oil is the investment choice to make.
Okay.
If you are looking for a short-term turnaround in money, investing in, I don't know, I can't speak for WTI, but for USO, which is the United States oil stocks, if you can invest in that, I would invest in that before they start opening stuff back up. Now, you have to be careful because the oil stock, the oil stock, yeah, it's crazy, collapsed. So they've pulled their funding out of everything. So you can no longer buy or sell oil stock.
I feel like this died again.
Did it die again? Let's duplicate. You can no longer invest in oil stock. No, it didn't. So even if you wanted to, you couldn't buy or sell it, and it kind of sucks because it was nice and low. So $100 would get you really far. So I'm thinking about throwing some money into USO, which is a US stock, but WTI is offshore oil, which is, America is really big on offshore oil. They're really big on oil from other places.
Wow.
But a safer bet is hedging your money into things like BP or Exxon or Chevron or any of the oil conglomerate companies, because they have other ways of generating wealth from energy, whether it be oil or electric or coal.
Boogie.
Please don't do that ever again. Why did you take his ball? She just took Mormo's ball. You know he's going to want that back. Why did my voice crack? You know he's going to want that back. So yeah, that's where I feel. I don't know. I don't know if you have any.
No, I don't.
See, this is why we need more conversationalists. We need a third microphone and a third person sitting to the other side of you.
Marmo, how do you feel about oil? Me too. I'm glad we're on the same page.
But if you can get in while oil is cheap,
I'm not doing anything.
If you can get in while oil is cheap, you can become mega rich because oil is going to eventually spike back up.
Yeah.
It's not going to go. People are not going to give up their dependency on oil, foreign or domestic. It's just depending on where you put your money because of how oil is being right now. None of the oil energy companies are into coal, and some are moving towards renewable as a safety net. Absolutely. Matter of fact, and Brian knows this, I put money into oceaneering because oceaneering is more than just oil.
Yeah, they make umbilicals.
Yes. I put money into oceaneering, and that stock has skyrocketed since I put money into it. And I am super excited about that because I love watching my money. I put in $100 and I love watching it turn into $150 and then $200 and then $300. So I'm hoping that it just continues to grow. I'm hoping oceaneering continues their happy little trend towards the skies.
I love you.
Cool conversation skills you have there.
I'm bored.
I've noticed.
Move on.
You have zero conversation skills.
Move on. Oh, he got
it's like if you have on a scale of 0 to conversation skills, you're like a -3.
You're the cutest boy in all the land. No one cares about your oil.
You are the only one. You have zero skills. You can't even slightly talk about something you're not interested in.
We've slightly talked about it.
But you can't even like a little bit. I've done all the talking.
Because it's a subject that I have no knowledge about and no care to. And that's not true. I told you everything that I knew. I told you everything that I knew.
You mentioned that. You don't touch my knee.
I touched your knee. That's my conversational skill.
You've mentioned Ripple.
Yeah.
And you don't even know what Ripple is.
It's a coin.
Oh my fucking god.
In the internet.
Is it a main coin or an altcoin?
It's an alternative coin.
Exactly. Now you were just saying that as a joke.
No, I knew that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I
did. Did you actually know that?
Mama, lick Daddy's knee. Lick Daddy on the knee.
You would invest in cannabis. So what would be your logic for investing in cannabis? Because I am genuinely
well, you
curious
buy
about that.
gummies and you invested. Your body's invested.
Oh my fucking god! I tell you what. I wish I would have jumped on the
growing a pot farm.
Well, no shipping. Any of the shipping companies. So if I could have a year ago invested in UPS, FedEx, or USPS, I would have absolutely done that.
You're just talking about shipping in general.
Yes, absolutely, because all of those are like through the roof right now.
Yeah.
If you could have gotten in on the ground floor of those when it was like $3, $4, $5 a share, you would have so much money right now.
See, Marms even has a UPS outfit. So.
If you could have invested in Amazon right now it's prohibitively expensive per share. It's $2,000 plus per share. If you could have gotten in when it was $1,000, like if you could have taken $1,000 and just said,
I don't have $1,000. I mean, I do now, but like I don't have.
And bought into one share, you'd have $2,000 by now, and then you could cash out that extra $1,000 and buy something else. And that's the way you play the stock market game. I'm learning that about the stock market, that you let your money grow a little bit. You take the overage. So let's say you invested $100 into a stock.
I would invest in the VCA.
Let's say you invested $100 into something.
See, I'm adding to the conversation.
Explain. Okay. Explain why you would invest in the VCA. Are they publicly traded?
Pass. I don't know, but the reason that I would is because after all of this stuff, there's going to be a lot of veterinary practices that have shut down, but they're not going to be one of them.
Yes, but so in order to invest, you're hoping to put your money into something that would, at the end of whenever you decide to end your investment strategy, the growth and maturity have netted you something in return.
Yeah, I get that. That's what I just said.
Does the VCA have a program in which you contribute money and then at the end of it contributes money back?
I don't know. We're just doing hypotheticals, I thought. I'm not going to invest anything. I'm investing in my child's life.
No monies.
I'm investing in my child.
He's just sitting there looking, but he's just sitting there. You have to pick him up. You have to bring him to the show.
Come here, baby. No, don't do that to him. What are you doing? My baby.
There we go.
Oh, baby.
There we go.
Oh, baby boy.
There we go. There's a mama. Oh, mama, do you have anything to add?
No, he doesn't like the microphone. Neither do I. We're on the same page. We don't like the microphones. We don't like the microphones.
Mama, do you have anything to add? Do you want a ball? Duke, do you want the ball? His name's not Duke, by the way. So the reason, so what my strategy is to invest $100 in something,
You're a good boy.
let it grow a little bit. Whatever the stock has grown to over your $100, take that out.
It's not really night magic until there's a dog.
Yes, good boy, good boy. Oh, belly
I'm investing
scratches.
in Marmo. My investment is Marmo.
Is there a return on investment?
Yes.
What's the return on investment?
All the kisses.
He doesn't give you kisses.
No, it gives you kisses.
He does give me kisses.
It's a transfer.
He's like, no, I don't want to give anyone kisses right now.
The kisses I take. I take the kisses.
No.
I feed him and then I take out kisses.
Oh no. He's like, please let me down. So anyway, yeah. Long story short, invest money. Take the amount that you invest. Whenever it gets to a comfortable amount over, take that amount of money out so that it goes back to the initial money that you invested.
Yes, that
and
is
then
how
let that
stocks
grow.
work.
Yes.
But I'm still not going to do it.
You wouldn't know that.
I would know that because I know how a stock works.
You wouldn't know that.
How would I not know that?
Because you have no personal experience with that.
I just because I don't have personal experience with it.
Touch the stocks.
No.
Touch your stockings.
No. own stockings. What am I? A flapper in the 20s? Like
Yes!
What
It is literally the 20s right now.
Oh, yeah. Really, though, like, I am contributing to this conversation. You just don't like what I have to say.
No, I don't care if you're not 100% in agreement with me, but
I just don't care.
As long as you're contributing.
I don't
awesome.
care.
Why not? It's money.
Why do I care?
Money is fantastic.
Yeah, but I don't care. I don't care.
You should care.
I don't.
Because it's money.
Wow.
Spoken like a true... See, I grew up poor. So money is very fascinating to me.
Do you know what's fascinating to me?
What's that?
Animal rights.
Oh my God! Are we gonna
Global
go back
issues.
towards Carol Baskin again?
I'm not doing anything. I'm just saying there are more interesting things and more pressing issues in fucking stocks. I'm just saying, you fucking Wolf of Wall Street. Motherfucker, like, what the fuck?
I'm not even really that into it right now. I'm only like moderately.
You've already done the song.
All right, Matthew McConaughey. I didn't know where you were going with that. I was like, where is she even going with it?
All right.
So let's talk about something fun.
Cool. Thank you. Oh my God.
The night races. Fill the people in on our night race, our strategy. So we've our kids already knew. Our kids already knew about getting to bed from wherever they are to their crates.
Yeah.
So we already instilled that into them. Bedtime means time to go to their room, to their crates.
Except for Momo, who's like, I'm going to go where I want to go.
He does.
And Kaya.
So tell the people about our how we've trained the kids to use.
It's not really training.
Well, I mean, they already do the one thing.
Training.
We just
added music.
We added music, but they're now using it as a cue.
No.
They are.
No, they're using.
They're loving it.
No, you are incorrect.
I'm absolutely correct.
This is like all the people that train their dogs to put their hands in there. It takes 2 seconds and 1 treat to get your dog to do that.
It's training. Don't slap the microphone.
We have not trained them. True test of training them would be not me opening the gate, which is what they're actually physically taking a cue from, as if when it goes beep, they go. So I would have to leave the gate open and then just go on cue. That would be training them.
But that's the next stage in the training.
Okay. But it's still not, they're not trained yet. They're in the process of learning.
We're training our kids to respond.
But you said they were trained. They're not
to the Mario
trained.
Kart race start theme.
Yeah.
The countdown, the beep, and then the slide theme from Mario 64 to run upstairs.
Yeah.
And the first one in is the winner.
Into their bedroom.
But I think what we need is a more concrete prize.
I told you put a treat there. Put a treat there.
That won't work for him.
Sometimes if it's a good snack.
The liver?
You can put a piece of liver there if you want, yeah. They'll walk over it.
Kratos will always win if it's a treat.
No. If Marmo cared, he would be done. If Bogle wasn't such a pussy, he would be first.
See, Bogle's really fast. Mormo is constantly the first one on the stairs.
Yeah.
But the last 4 races, he's thrown them.
Because he wants to go to our bedroom, and I get that. Yeah, I didn't understand.
But that's the thing. It's like, he needs to be able to do that, and I think that's really cool that people...
have each of their bedtime treats already in their crates.
I guess we could do that. That'd be interesting. He would need a ball.
No. He doesn't.
Look at his face. He's like, ball?
He does not, because that would indicate that he needed a ball to go to bed beforehand. He doesn't.
Maybe he wants a toy to go to bed.
Nope.
I like having a toy when I go to bed. My laptop. my Hackintosh, my Lenovo T640 that's running Mac OS 1015 Catalina. I love my Hackintosh. It's so cool. I love my Nintendo Power Glove. It's so bad. I just think we have a really cool thing going on there, and I can't wait for it to...
I hate saying it's not trained. They are not trained.
I think you just like... You don't like speaking in terms that slightly expound upon the truth. Tell me you run... Kali, no. My T460 used to run CentOS 7. My Hackintosh, now it's turned into a Hackintosh and it runs 1015 Catalina because my iMac 27, which is a month old now? 2 months old now?
I don't know.
No, it's 2 months old now because
We're on episode
8, so it's literally 2 months old now. It turned 2 months old today. It is running 1015 Catalina. It's a brand new machine, so it let me download Catalina. And I wanted to do that because I wanted a MacBook Pro, and I can't afford one because I'm poor.
Okay.
Well, I'm not poor, but
okay.
If you look into my theater, that's where all the money is right now. Brad let me get his old MacBook. Oh, and whiskey? Is that what you're trying to say? Is that I spend too much money on whiskey?
You spend a regular amount.
Are you saying if I laid back on the whiskey, I'd be able to afford a MacBook?
Yes, I'm saying if any concept of saving that you could have a MacBook. I mean, it wouldn't take much, but you'd have to have a simple concept of saving. Which, since you don't know it, since I don't know stocks, okay, it's when you save money aside.
What does saving mean?
Okay, it's when you don't use it.
I don't know if I can do that.
I know. See, you just don't understand.
So you get money.
Yeah.
So you do something. You perform an action.
Yeah.
Somebody gives you financial recompense.
Uh-huh.
So you get money.
Yeah.
Currency.
Yeah.
That can be used for stuff, but you don't use it for stuff.
Yeah, you be a dragon.
You take the money.
You hoard it.
And you hold on to it.
Yes. And then when someone comes to take your money with a giant sword, you eat them.
So is that kind of like you inhale air, but you don't exhale because that's your air?
Yeah. You exhale used air. It's like you poop. Like the food is yours.
I think with the way my body works, I don't think poop is a good.
Yeah, you're right.
Because
because you don't poop.
I poop like once every other day.
Because you're bad at being consistent with them.
I have a really bad. For those who don't know, I have a really bad. This is chaos. All of this is chaos.
Because you eat chaotic foods.
Yeah, I do. And then I poop like
chaos.
I poop like once every other day sometimes.
Yeah.
If I'm pooping once a day, I'm regular.
Just later. But later,
later
has to be later.
When you say later, do you mean when you're dead?
No, later in if you save money, probably at least.
See, the problem with definitions is you can't use the word to define the word.
Except for so many people do. So many.
So saving is holding on to the money.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand.
You rescue it.
You rescue the money.
Rescue the
Kaya.
money. You rescue the money.
Like our old deaf, nearly blind corgi.
That ruined my call today. TMI. It's not. Pooping should be an open discussion.
Pooping is a very open discussion.
It's not TMI. Things that regularly happen in people's lives should not be TMI.
You see, what's funny about that is, for the podcast, maybe it's TMI. But
no, it's not. I bleed regularly.
That's
okay.
But before it was Night Majik Media, back when it was Night Majik Radio, and we had that decade of radio show, we had listeners that were literally the same listeners in 2014 that were there in 2004.
But it's still not TMI for a podcast.
Because those people were like, they had a decade of listening to me, so they knew all about me.
Yeah, they knew.
It was very interesting.
They knew when you pooped.
Yes, they were like, "Did you poop today?"
But seriously though, that's I do have a problem with that being considered TMI because it's not, and that's why there's a lot of people that can't poop at work or can't.
I can't poop at work.
Or at public.
I cannot poop at work.
Generally in public places, or have like a real issue about it.
Yes, it's the Freedom of Information Act.
It is. It's non-censoring. Stop censoring information.
If we could say, if I could say fuck and cunt, why can't I talk about my poop?
Why can't you talk about your cunt poop?
my cunt poop.
Whoa, Dave and I have a different relationship at the moment. Just saying. But like, I would be very open with my boss. Like, hey, I feel like I am dying.
I'll poop anywhere. I can't poop everywhere.
I know, me too, Dad. Me too.
I can't. Public pooping doesn't.
It's not in public. It's behind several walls.
It has to be an emergency for me to do a public
in
deuce.
the middle of a room with a singular toilet.
With like people watching.
Like it's not public. It's not exposed pooping.
I really can't. I can't do public deuces.
Do you know what I think would help?
What's that?
If every bathroom everywhere just played continuous fart noises.
Oh my goodness.
As the soundtrack.
Follow the Mormon principle of peeing.
The Mormon principle of peeing, yeah.
Just
everywhere.
Anywhere he can lift his leg.
Sometimes before his brother's finished.
Wow.
I'm not even joking. I have to pull him away. Like, Morms, he's still going. No, I must now.
Yeah, no, yeah. I don't know. I've been to places in Italy, like in Tuscany, where.
Why did you reference Ireland and Northern Ireland? They're like not the norm.
I will say I've been to like in Tuscany. It's like a squatty.
I hate those.
It's like literally just like a hole in the ground.
Those.
And you have to aim.
I know. So why does the U.S. not know how to build solar? That is an issue. So before Indiana Beach closed down, and actually, oh my gosh, when certain people were still alive, we went there when we were here on holiday. When we were on holiday and we went to Indiana Beach, the toilet stalls, I kid you not, were like your desk high off the ground, and like I swear that's the privacy you got.
Well, you also had a problem when you came over the first time. You had a problem with the height of U.S. toilets.
I do.
Because you're like the toilets back home were taller?
Mine were, at least, yeah. Yeah.
So the toilets in the UK are taller than U.S. toilets.
Oh my gosh, me squatting in Turkish sleep. Genuinely, this might be TMI for Mark.
But you don't give a fuck.
I really don't care. I can't squat. I can't pee in a forest. If it's an emergency, I need to take everything off. I can't do it. I can't do it.
You're a butt naked peer.
I can't do it. I cannot. I don't know what is fucking wrong with me, but I can't do it. I can't. I mean, I don't know where we were. I don't think that was when we were in Turkey, but there was another time. I think it might have been when we went to, starts with a P, speaks kind of Spanish but not.
Speaks Portugal?
Portugal. Okay, so there's several places that we would go where they would have normal toilets, but often other places would have holes in the ground, right?
Yeah.
So
Tuscany.
There were times when we would have to literally go searching and play like a bingo card toilet because I can't do it. I can't do the hole. So we would have have to. There's a therapy for that.
Oh no!
Genuinely. Like,
Oh
no!
no!
Which is so insane. Like, I cannot. It's. But, yeah. Yeah.
I'm
it's
just saying.
So our funeral, yeah.
A funnel.
A funnel. Funnel.
Not a funeral. We're not doing a coffin dance.
Shiwis are so nasty, though.
You just gotta have them.
Like,
ugh. If you go into a forest, I imagine if you're hiking or camping, a shiwi is like a godsend.
I doubt it though, cause like, here's the other thing: you can't pee with any amount of force when you use like a shiwi.
Why not?
Because then the shiwi stops working.
Oh, and it just goes back the way.
It just like, you know, it's a funnel.
Uh-huh.
But if the funnel spills over.
Do you camp? We do not camp as a couple. I used to hike. And
fuck camping.
Maddie is probably.
I hike. I day hike.
I love hiking.
Like, I day hike.
I used to hike. So when I lived in Georgia, I would hike the Appalachians. I would go out with like my buddy Steve and Tyrus, and we would go hike the Appalachians.
Dave, we'll go camping. Bye. Have fun with that, with the bears and shit.
But we would, now when we went hiking, we were like Marine Corps hiking. So we had like Molly, we had like Molly packs and rifles and pistols and like 8 canteens of water, Camelbacks.
Some of those don't work against bears.
A rifle. All rifles work against bears.
Maddie defines camping as a 3-star hotel.
Nice.
I've been in 2 or 1-star. Like when we were doing our little tour of Scotland with the Merlin and the Marmot, that was fine.
Absolutely.
But I
Absolutely.
don't do tents.
Absolutely, Mark.
I don't do prolonged times in nature. Yes, camping should be done at Hilton. I don't camp, but I do taking the dog somewhere that can be a long go, but you get back to your car in the same day.
Yeah.
That's a hike.
See, I've done the hiking on the Appalachians where you're hiking to checkpoints.
Yeah.
So the Appalachians go literally from Georgia all the way up to like nearly Maine.
I know.
And I've done the...
Mainly.
Yes. I've done you get on the Appalachians.
Or a hotel in Nairn with the dog.
And you do you do like 4 hours of walking. And you get to where you're going, and you guys stop in the hotel. I have not done the hiking to a campsite, and then camp, and then hike to another campsite. I've hiked from start to hotel, and then hiked back hotel to camp to start.
I run a campsite. My Animal Crossing pocket
Oh my
camp.
fucking god! If you don't stop bringing up Animal Crossing, I swear to God.
I also own an island.
In Animal Crossing,
that hotel in Nairn was terrible. It was an awful. It wasn't even a hotel. It was like, honestly, like what are they called? Like houses for youth that don't have anywhere to go.
Those are halfway houses, orphanages.
Like youth hostel.
Youth hostels. That's got to be a European term.
Youth hostel. It was like a youth hostel, and me, Morms, and Mer were in one room. Hostel means halfway house. Yeah. Yeah.
A hostel.
Yeah, hostel. So but a youth hostel is for kids.
I get what you're saying when you said the word youth.
Anyway, it was like a youth hostel, and Marilyn would not stop crying.
Oh no. Poor Merlin.
It was bad. Momo. But Momo was such a trooper, because Momo was always a trooper.
He is a trooper.
And we had to go up carpeted stairs with the dog. It was so... Oh my gosh.
So I'm going to interrupt what we're talking about right now to talk about our corporate sponsors here. We are currently hooked up by Attractioneering. And if you guys are into any sort of like Disney or what is it called? Park theme?
Yeah.
Park theme merch. Check them out, guys. They've got, bottle openers, glassware for like whiskey glasses, beer glasses, shot glasses.
Bath bombs, t-shirts.
All kinds of stuff.
Bags.
Hit them up. Utilize code Night Magic.
They have masks now.
They do, and I've actually ordered a mask from them. And check out their shop. go there, patronize them, give them a hookup, let them know.
Patronize them. Don't patronize them.
No, don't patronize them, but patronize them.
Don't patronize them. Buy things from them.
Buy things from them. And utilize code Night Magic for 15% off.
Oh, you got a cute little shop.
Utilize code Night Magic. And that
products.
That will absolutely give you guys 15% off for all of your shopping
pins.
needs.
I forgot they started with pins. And mugs.
So I ordered one of the. I ordered not that one, but that's a cool one.
You ordered the pink one?
I ordered the personal Space Mountain one.
Oh.
This is the one I ordered. It should be here sometime this week or next week. Yeah, if you guys, seriously, hit these guys up. Check out attractioneering.com and order yourselves we're all alcoholics here, so hit up grab a bottle opener.
We are not all alcoholics here. Don't try and,
we're all alcoholics here. We're all family.
Your issues.
My issues.
To the broader community.
Check them out. Pick up a whiskey glass. Pick up a beer glass. Pick up some shirts. Pick up some pins. Spend $100. Utilize code Night Magic for 15% off. That'll help out. It'll help out the show a lot. It helps out Attractioneering a lot, and it'll just help everyone out. So do that.
Hook
us
people.
Up. Help people. Shop small.
Help you.
As we say down there
What's
in the corner over here, shop small. Support local businesses. Support small shops.
Help me help you. What's that from?
That's Jerry Maguire.
No.
What is it from then in your mind? Because that's Jerry Maguire from where I'm.
Santa Claus 3.
Wow. Wow. Nowhere near as prolific as a movie.
Help me help you. Help me. Help you.
Jerry Maguire. Have you seen
Santa Claus 3?
Have you seen Jerry Maguire?
No, but I've seen Santa Claus 3.
Yes, we know.
I've seen Lizzie McGuire.
We know you. Oh. Good. Even Mormo just freaking slumped over on that one. Good Lord.
Mormo poops every day.
Mormo does poop multiple times a day.
Mormo poops twice a day. Oh, yeah.
Wow. Good Lord. So, yeah, guys, check out attractioneering.com. Utilize code NIGHTMAGIC for 15% off. They've got masks. They've got shirts. I've got several shirts from them. I need to start wearing their shirts. I'm going to wear their mask whenever I get one, and I'll utilize their glass whenever we get fat. And I'll drink out of that with my... Glasses. I have glasses, but we'll utilize their attractioneering glasses.
I thought you had an attractioneering glass.
I have an attractioneering pint glass that got ruined by our dishwasher.
Because you put it in the dishwasher.
Because I put it because I was a dumbass, and I've got an attractioneering shot glass.
Yeah.
That wasn't ruined by, but you don't take shots of whiskey.
You don't.
I do not take shots of whiskey.
Shots.
Because
you could take shots of your stupid whiskey cranberry.
No.
Those would be shots.
Those would be shots.
Those would be shots.
Whiskey cranberry is delicious.
Shots.
You do.
Everybody.
An ounce and a half to 2 ounces of whiskey.
A little bit of water.
No water.
A little bit of Monica.
And some cranberry juice, and it's delicious.
Or you can make them in shots.
Yes, absolutely. So that's about, with 6 minutes left on the clock, that really is kind of wrapping up our show. Do you want to talk about our future kiddos?
No, because we could do that on Tuesday. And then it will be Merlin's birthday, too. Merlin's birthday's on Friday. And we had a birthday today with Brian, so we got so many birthdays going on. Merlin turned 6, though. That's insane. Because that means you're nearly 6.
Mormo's nearly 6. And we have a nearly 6-year-old corgi.
Nearly 2-year-old corgi.
A nearly 2-year-old corgi and an 11-year-old corgi.
She's 11, so shut the fuck up.
She's 11, so shut the fuck up. It's pretty crazy. our
and
kids.
And a nearly 12-year-old
Pitbull.
Pitbull.
We have 5 dogs, for those who aren't aware, and then we have 3 cats.
Yeah.
So how old is Katsu?
Oh, Oh, he'll be about 2-2.
2-2?
2-2.
He's a
Bogle's
ballerina.
Age. He's about Bogle's age.
And then we have...
Staffy's
14. 14? Wow, I thought he was 13. And then
well,
Chubbs...
he just turned 14 on April 1st.
And Chubbs is 12?
Question marks. We got her when she was 7 or 8.
Okay.
We've had her for 3 years.
So she's 10.
So she's 10-ish.
Or 11.
And given how fat she is, she's basically 15.
But cats live for fucking ever.
Not at her weight. They certainly do not.
Did I tell you about my Marine Corps buddy, Mikhail, who got with a lady...
Mikhail.
Yeah, Mikhail.
Mikhail.
He got with a girl, Fumalayo.
Yes, you did. She had that cat, and they thought that cat was going to die.
Yeah, because the cat was like 14.
Cat lives forever, because they do.
And they were in a relationship. He hates... So, I thought I didn't like cats. He hates cats. He got... When I told him I had cats, he got mad at me.
Really?
Yeah, he hates... Recently. He hates cats.
But he probably, once again, like you had a really bad experience with cats.
Yeah, I did hate cats. Like, I hated cats a lot.
You hated cats until I showed you my cats.
Well...
My cats.
Well, Staffy and Catchy.
My cats.
Chubbs...
The 2 cats I've had from kittens are awesome.
Because Chubbs is a freaking cunt.
But Chubbs was, unfortunately, one, she's a girl.
She's a cunt.
I don't generally do girls. So
Well, it'd have been hot if you did girls.
We only have one girl corgi for a reason. She's enough of a bitch as it is.
She is a dusty bitch.
The cats, female animals are worse than male animals. They just are.
I'll give you that.
So, yeah, no. My boys are awesome.
Yeah.
And I feel like if your friend probably had a better experience with cats, the stage show is okay, but the movie is a bad experience.
Cats, yeah.
The stage show is great.
Yes.
Girl cats. I know you think that. But I don't have to use a towel to cut my cat's nails.
It's okay. You can be wrong, is the way I explain to people.
No, that's a difference of preference. Just like people that get mares instead of geldings are like, oh, I just love how sassy she is.
I said it to people at work. I'm like, look, it's okay to be wrong.
I know. You're a dick.
I love that my boss is listening too, because I'm just like, yeah, look, I understand. You want to be wrong. That's fine.
Yeah, well.
Anyway, so we are at 21:58. We are coming up to 2 minutes until the end of the show. Do you have any closing thoughts about our show? About driving while wearing a mask?
No, but I need to pee.
Oh, wow. See? I'm not a dick. I mean, I may be dickish.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you live with him? Have you been in a relationship with him for the past 7 years? Mark?
You gave me a timeline, though. You said we only have 7 years remaining in our relationship.
No, you said that.
You said you were like 7 more years, and I was like, oh man, only 7 years.
No, I said, no, because it's like the bad luck thing. 7 years bad luck, and then I gave you said, because something about the 7-year itch, and then if you survive it, then it's a 7-year curse, is what I said.
Wow.
He works for me, yeah. So.
I get my work done, but.
I'm just saying.
There are times in my head when people when people request things, especially, I hate scope creep. As a developer, I hate scope creep.
Scope creep. It sounds like a good
scope
place to go.
Creep, not Scope Creek.
I know, but it sounds like a good place to go.
Not Scope Creek Park.
That sounds like a place you'd get a whiskey from.
Scope Creek, yes.
Scope Creek whiskey.
Scope Creek. Actually, that we should start that. We should start our own distillery.
I told you that, and you're like, no, because then I have to wait to drink it.
Yes, I'd have to wait at least.
It's a disease. Scope Creek. I miss being able to react to comments. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said.
No, he's not a dick, but things like that makes him a dick. Like, you're not generally a dick, but when you tell people that you can be wrong.
It's okay.
That's a little bit.
It's okay to be wrong. No, I'm saying it's okay to be wrong.
Yeah, but they're
because
not
we all
wrong.
learn.
They're not wrong. It's a difference of opinion.
That's my opinion! Yes. So, do you... I would... You know what? I would offer for you to pick the song that we end on, but there are 3 videos currently sitting on our Facebook page, the Night Magic Media Facebook page, that are claimed by Tom Kennedy because...
I don't think it's Tom Kennedy, but it's definitely something Kennedy.
I'll go over to our Facebook.
I don't think it's Tom. Tom doesn't sound right, but it's definitely thingy Kennedy. He makes... Trey. It's Trey Kennedy.
Is it Trey Kennedy?
It's Trey Kennedy.
There are 3 videos that are claimed for copyright because
he's got a big head and he thinks his YouTube content deserves to be copyrighted, I guess.
it just sucks because the amount of intro and outro song that we use is so small.
Yeah.
For an hour and a half of content, and then our entire video gets claimed because we have an intro and an outro song.
Yeah.
That's why I've switched to the non-copyright stuff, and I understand you don't really like the music, but it keeps our videos from getting claimed.
It's non-copyright for a reason. Just
right.
like indie films are
I get
indie
that.
films.
I love indie films, though. I love indie films.
They're indie films for a reason.
I love indie horror films.
I know you do, David.
I love Hereditary.
Ugh.
I
hated that movie.
Midsummer, even though Midsummer makes me feel freaking weird.
No.
Indie films are freaking awesome.
I don't like indie films.
I could talk forever about indie films.
I could talk about how there's always just something off about them. Like, I don't get...
that they're indie films?
Yeah. I don't... what's it called? Like, I don't ever feel Uncanny Valley because my brain's able to, like, really separate those things. But I can always tell when something is independently produced.
You can tell the difference between like a AAA film and a independent film.
I really, really, really can.
Even if that indie film is distributed by like a Paramount or
I can tell when something's an indie
Columbia
film, and it's kind of off-putting. It's really, there's something just
maybe
like,
you are a victim of the uncanny valley.
It's like disconnecting.
So
boring.
dolls don't get to you because
No.
I fucking hate dolls.
I know you do. See, I said that. I said that he needs to get me an automaton.
And I offered to buy her an automaton, and she's like, "No, don't buy it."
No, I just said I wanted to look more.
You pick out an automaton, I'll buy it tonight.
Okay.
And we'll have it within a month because Amazon's not honoring the whole Prime shipping thing anymore.
I want Jack Black's.
That's not an automaton. That's like a saxophone thing.
It's what's he called it? A sax or something. Oh, he calls it something specific. I love it.
I can Google this. Let's see, Jack Black instrument.
Saxaboom. It's a saxaboom.
Saxaboom, yes.
Yeah, I didn't have to look at the thing. I remembered it. Saxaboom. And then also the cat meowing piano.
Wow. No,
we are band.
We are not getting a cat meowing piano.
Yes.
It's just not happening.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Anyway, let's bring up OBS.
Aww. My buddy.
He's a good boy. Let's bring up OBS. Let's bring out the outro song that's not copyrighted. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Night Magic Media, David Adams.
Is Flight of the Bumblebee copyrighted?
It probably was at one point, and it's not now. It would be considered in the same vein as the Magic Flute.
I'm just saying.
Or any of Edgar Allan Poe's books. Absolutely, Mark. You know, tune in next Tuesday, man. We do this every Tuesday.
We also talk about poop every week.
So if you're uncomfortable by poop, then don't tune in. Sorry.
Tuna.
Wow. Tune out.
Tune out.
Just, tune in. Click on us, but then just don't listen.
Then tune out.
Yeah, click on it, give us the views, share it with your friends, but don't listen.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't listen either.
Been counting days to get
Night Magic Media, David Adams, a.k.a. The Black Stick, Maddie Martin, a.k.a. The Pink Stick.
Oh, fuck you.
What's your a.k.a.?
I don't have one. one.
You have an AKA.
I'm who I
Maddie
am.
Martin, AKA.
Maddie Martin.
All right, Stace. Good night. We will see you guys again next Tuesday. More alcohol, more Tuesday, more goodness.
Tacos.
Tacos. Are we gonna have tacos next Tuesday?
I don't know.
I don't know if I feel comfortable eating in front of people, like eating on camera.
Man, I wonder if it would record how fast I am, and then I would know.
I mean, you are a fast eater, but you like unhinge your jaw.
I wonder if they'd say, like, if anyone would notice.
I'm pretty sure they would. They would notice when you like eat like 6 tacos in the time it takes for me to eat 2.
But you need to stop talking. It would have to be like a competition.
Wow.
You talk and you take me.
Wow.
That wasn't a
Ladies and gentlemen, Night Majik Media. David Adams, a.k.a. the Black Stick. Maddie Martin, a.k.a. the Pink and White Stick. She's the Pepto-Bismol Stick.
No.
The Pepto Stick.
I'll be a stig.
You're a Stig.
Stiglet.
You're a Stiglet. That's what our kids are called,
snack.
Stiglets.
I'm a snack. I'm a pretzel snack.
We'll see you guys next time. This many. Don't say 2.
Dos.